Hi, we're the HBP Group and we help businesses implement and install new IT systems. Now, one of the big changes over the last few years is the shift to cloud technology. And what that really means is businesses no longer needing on-premise equipment to host things like data or their software packages, and actually moving that infrastructure into the cloud. So ultimately using a server that's based either in a data center somewhere or literally in another location to host that data and remotely connect to it, so you can have exactly the same access either in your office or at home. Now, the benefits of that are primarily twofold. One is around that flexibility, but also around the need to not have that equipment. And you can then argue various different cases around that. Potential long-term cost savings because you don't have that physical equipment, therefore you don't have the maintenance of the physical equipment, you also don't have the space of a server room, or the additional costs such as electricity and cooling, for example. Now, one of the challenges businesses have faced is that the cost of moving to the cloud compared to keeping things on premise has sometimes been prohibitive. And we talk about this in terms of infrastructure as a service. That's a terminology that people use. When you pick up your infrastructure, you put it somewhere else and you pay for it as a service, therefore infrastructure as a service. And that cost has actually stopped a lot of businesses doing it. It's been fairly new technology, and therefore it hasn't always been cost effective, even when you've looked at it over a long period of time. But we actually can solve that solution with our own data center. So here at the HBP Group, we have our own data center hosted at our head office, and it's designed specifically for small and medium-sized businesses. In a nutshell, what that means is it's affordable. It's much more affordable than most of the products out there on the market. And that's because it's designed for what small and medium-sized businesses need. So in terms of things like redundancy, in terms of security, in terms of cooling, in terms of power, and in terms of speed, it's designed to be at the right level for small and medium-sized businesses. So it isn't overkill. You're not paying for a ton of security and redundancy that you're not going to need at your level. You're paying for the right level. And typically we come in around about 2/3 of the cost of some of the big players in the market who are offering those services to both small, medium, but also large and enterprise businesses as well. So if you're interested in finding out how we can help, then if you book a free IT review, we can discuss everything about your IT, including your hosting. So whether it's your data or your applications or anything else that you're looking to move from an on-premise environment into the cloud, or take something that's already on a cloud service like Microsoft Azure in order to save money but still get the same level of service from a company like us that's relevant to your business, then fill out our free IT review, and we'll help analyse what you've got and what you need. Obviously, we'll have a conversation with you about what you're trying to achieve. We'll do an in-depth audit of what you've got, and then we can feed back to you on our results and make recommendations on how you move forward.